All right. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to this thing. Let's get this thing going one way or another. Cowboy Nation, you guys know how this thing go. Victory Monday. We got to put it in. We got to get it in. All right. So with all this being said, Victory Monday, if you're not crunk right now, if you're not up out of your seat, if you're not feeling this thing one way or another, Cowboy Nation, we got to figure out how can we remain positive. One, yeah, I'm saying that right now. You got to remain positive. And then on top of that, it is what it is at this point. It is what it is. Appreciate everybody. I hear a lot of people saying that, okay, we got to play the Seattle Seahawks, or we got to play the Minnesota Vikings, or we got to play the Eagles, and it's going to be one and done. But yeah, remember, those who rolled with us when we was, 3-5. We still into this mix. We still got this thing going. But we're going to tune in to, I believe, first thing first, we're going to listen to what they have to say. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday, the eve of the big day tomorrow. So I really appreciate everybody for being part of the mix, being part of this thing, help growing this thing. It's wonderful. It's all wonderful. It's all love from here. Let me see if I can fix up some things on the fly right quick. Got my chat box over here. Don't know if you guys can see it, but it is what it is. Your name should be still up there, and we still should be getting things going in the right direction. How about that, huh? Let me blow it up like that right here. That's good enough. Yes, indeed. Cowboy Nation, one way or another, how you feel? How you feel about the whole ordeal? How you feel about us taking on the NFC East crown champions? Yes, we got to say that. We got to put that. Don't put a tattoo on your chest yet, but we got to say that. It is what it is at this point. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. And my guy, let's rock and roll. Let's listen in to what they have to say.
Remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Yes, indeed, David Irvin. David, I'll call you David Irvin. David Alexander the Great. Man, now you test out the new super chat. When you guys make super chats now, I got the sidekick lady over here to say what's going on. So appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for being part of the nation. Really appreciate that. So to give a, voice command text, yes, indeed, but it got to be $5 or more before you get your voice out there. So appreciate it, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the donation to help grow the nation and Sports Guru. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Let's get this thing going.
Damage or wreak havoc in the postseason.
Only on one side of the ball. Defensively, they absolutely do. I mean, Tampa's got a good offense now. And Tampa's offense is a bunch of yards. They're going to throw for over 5,000 yards as a team this year between Fitzpatrick and Jameis. And Dallas's defense basically outscored Tampa's offense by themselves. They did score a defensive touchdown. They had another fumble recovery return to the 4-yard line. And Dallas, credit to them. They were 3-5, and I left them for dead when they lost at home to the Tennessee Titans on Monday Night Football. I thought they were cooked. And for them to reel off what they've done now, 6 of 7 wins since then, to win the division with a week to go, it's an amazing accomplishment given where they were.
Right.
But offensively, all the things I wanted to see, I didn't see any of them.
There were 3 things. What were the 3 things?
I wanted to see them keep Dak upright. That was the only one that I saw. To be better in the red zone, I didn't see that. And to have explosive plays. We saw 1 the entire game. I said I wanted to see at least 2 of those 3. We only saw 1 of those 3, and the sacks are the 1, and a lot of that has to do with their opponent. So offensively, Chris, I didn't see any major progress where they would need to be, to me, a real playoff threat.
The one thing I was concerned about coming into this game, I thought they would bounce back, but I told you last week that I wouldn't get consumed with how it looks.
Right.
Because Tampa Bay, their defense, we know they're giving up 5 yards a carry. So you're coming into the game like, oh, we're going to run the ball on them. I told you, NFL teams, it's going to be difficult. It was difficult for them to run the ball. They had a very conservative game plan. They thought.
So talking about the game
their
plan.
defense could force enough turnovers, which they did to be able to win the game. But in the playoffs, can they make noise? All right, these are the 2 teams they'll be facing. Philadelphia.
Go ahead.
At home.
Seattle or Minnesota is most likely the 2 teams they would be playing.
Philadelphia. Okay, excuse me. Dallas has an advantage over Philadelphia. So who are other teams? Seattle, where would they be going? Going to Dallas. Would they be able to run the ball against them? Minnesota. So I like Dallas because of who they would face in that potential first-round game. That defense is good enough. But ultimately, it is, can Dak and the wide receivers and tight ends throw the ball well enough for them to make an impact? Because their defense is good enough. Yesterday, creating pressure that forced turnovers. And then now, that offense, can they pass the ball effectively? Man, we've had the mark, I need 4 pass plays of 20.
Well, this is the thing. This is what I'm hoping for. And everybody I do know, we have our reservations as it relates to the red zone, money zone, green zone. All of those areas there, we having a little issues right now punching the ball in. But I must say this right here. We still got to add the fact, and I'm hoping, and I'm just hoping that we can get Tavon Austin back. Now, for those who out there who love football, and you saw the game yesterday, the Kansas City Chiefs versus, I want to say the Seattle Seahawks, right? And everybody was just clowning on my guy, Dak Prescott. And I understand the reasons is why, right? And everybody was clowning on the team when we lost to the Seattle Seahawks up there in Seattle. I'm telling everybody, communication is the key to any relations. And if you don't have the communications, then there's no relations. We didn't really have the communication piece because one can argue the fact that the Seattle Seahawks, when you playing up there, it's a different world. It is. It's hard to score. It's hard to demand the type of signaling you need. And I saw a young Pat Mahomes who at times, now he is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott, of course. And this is not a Dak Prescott versus a Pat Mahomes type of vibe. No.
Merry Christmas, Law Nation and Cowboys Nation.
Yes,
let's
indeed.
Believe in our team.
Yes, indeed, Justin. Yes, we believe in it, and thank you for making the donation to help grow the nation. Baby, I appreciate that now. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. What else we got?
Met the Manster last night in Arlington at the Waffle House. Salute.
Salute, fam. Appreciate you, man. Boy, look, that's what I'm talking about, David. Getting a chance to meet these guys is everything. Look, this is the thing, Cowboy Nation. This is the thing. I got to get used to the lady speaking to us. But shout out to you guys for making the lady speak, because you guys already know that that's everything for the nation, right? But this is the thing. This is the thing right here. Cowboys Nation. One way or another. Let me tell you something. When you have the Seattle Seahawks and you are seeing at that game how we can get our revenge back from 2006, you already know I've been talking about revenge. Yes, we got to get that revenge one way or another. Appreciate the donation to help grow the nation. We have young Wilson in the house, man. Yes, appreciate you. He said, Merry Christmas, Law Nation. Now it's time to play. Let's go. Straight up from Hawaii. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, young Wilson. Thank you for making a donation to help grow the nation. Taylor, thank you for joining. Yo, Brian, what's up, man? What you saying? Lord, how far can this team go? We can go to the stars and back, right? Shoot for the stars. If you so happen to miss, at least you are out there in the galaxy, and now when you come back, you be able to bring back everything in life. Normally they say shoot for the moon, but no, we shooting for the stars. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Let's get this thing going one way or another. But what I want to bring home before I let Chris Carter continue to speak is that this team, regardless of how we look at it, we can look at other teams that play the other teams that we played. I can say this. Shout out to you, Shotty. Shotty, we appreciate you, man. He says nothing but the best. Appreciate you for making the donation to help grow the nation. Yes, indeed. This is the thing. With that being said, this is the thing, guys. All we got to do is continue, and I mean continue to play our style of football, TOP, and when we get that one home game, the best thing that can happen to us, believe it or not, we are a team that can play on the turf. I understand we laid an egg when we played against the Colts. But I can say this, if we so happen to lace them up and put them up and we fight whoever comes to play us this, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, and then we go up there to New Orleans, that's a turf team, right? Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's listen to what they have to say.
Yesterday, who are they going to beat besides Arizona and a couple other teams with one play in the passing game like that?
With 25 pass attempts, with 20 of them completed, 80%
Cowboys
completion.
can dominate,
for
but the goal line play calling is ridiculous.
Yes, it is. Play calling is something that we need to improve on. I must admit, I'm not a biggest fan of Scott Linehan, especially when he get down into the money zone, green zone. It's always an issue with that. But yeah, let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Let's go. Let's roll with this thing. Hold on for me. Let me do this right quick.
60 yards. I mean, it's just dink and dunk and dink and dunk. It's Cole Beasley leading the team in catches, then Zeke leading the team in targets. What are those two guys in common? They ain't running anything downfield. And
Right.
Amari,
No doubt.
Amari had 4 catches on 5 targets, right? For a total of 20 yards. That means when he was targeted, it wasn't downfield and he wasn't targeted enough. Like
Right.
now, if Dallas will say, because we didn't have to. We knew what it would take to win. We knew our defense was dominating. We didn't want to take chances. Fine. But it's over the last 2 months, even while they've won 6 of 7.
It's been the whole season that we've been asking the same question of Dak Prescott. When is he going to? When are we going to see the Dak Prescott from year one? When is he going to open it up a little bit? And then last week, when is he going to run a little bit? Show us a little athleticism. It's like constant questions about whether this quarterback is good enough to lead this team.
But the reality of it was 2 of the 3 years Dak's been the quarterback, they've won their division. Any quarterback would be proud of that. Now they're going to be in the playoffs. Can they get a playoff win or 2? I think they match up well. We saw what happened in New Orleans, all right? They're the #1 seed. Look at all the other teams that potentially can be in the playoffs. That's why I started with Philadelphia, because they match up well. There is no fear. The Rams right now, the Rams didn't get their mojo back playing in yesterday's game. So when you look at all of them, the Dallas Cowboys can match up with them because that defense is young. Do we need Amari Cooper? Those couple games that we saw Amari Cooper, yeah, we need that Amari Cooper. And yes, they could, if that Amari Cooper shows up in that passing attack, then yes, I believe they can stay in a game against anyone in the NFC. And these games come down to the 4th quarter.
They do.
And do you have a guy that can pull the trigger? That would be a problem.
Here's the biggest difference I see between Dallas and every other team that's going to make the playoffs in the NFC.
Talk to me.
Every other team can win a playoff game or win a game even if they have a bad defensive performance. We've even seen Chicago with Mitch Trubisky throwing a 4-touchdown game, a 6-touchdown game. But with the Saints have an excellent defense right now. They know if they play great on offense, they can outscore you. The Rams, we know it. Even Minnesota with Kirk Cousins. Seattle last night scored 38.
Right.
Man, this is the thing right here before he get a little bit talking too much. Look, we just saw the New Orleans Saints put up what? How many points against? And I do know that they beat the Steelers, but one can argue this fact that the Steelers shot themselves in the foot. And then if we look back at the previous game when they played against Carolina, that wasn't like no 30-point game. That wasn't no like 50-point game. That wasn't like no 20-point game. I think they put up only 12 points, 12-9. But what I'm saying is, yes, everybody gets the pass when their offense is in a funk, right? Nobody can argue the fact that this defense is real. But the problem is now when they did get into the prevent defense, I didn't like that aspect, but it killed the clock, believe it or not, allowing the opposition to pass those little dink and dunks down the field, which was cool. But one thing that I can say, yes, you can have a slight reservation on the quarterback. But the play calling, good Lord, it's simple math when you're down there in the money zone, green zone. Look, you got 10 guys in the box, and you got 10 versus 8, basically. So at the same time, when we get the ball, there's only 8 people on our side. You got 2 outside, 3 outside defenders, of course. But when they try to compress it, man, it just get crazy in the sense that we don't know how to. Of course, everybody loves the vertical passes, right? We love to see the ball methodically moving down the field vertically. But what they need to do and realize and feel me from here is do something horizontal when you get down there. Utilize the speed. Utilize the toss sweep at least. Put the ball into Ezekiel Elliott. I had a good friend of mine, Jay Reese, when he was at the stadium or what have you, when he went to the game this past weekend, he was actually saying to himself, hey,
does game flow not matter to these folks?
Yes. Was the game flow don't matter to these folks? Shout out to you for making a donation to help grow the nation. He says, does the game flows not matter to these folks? Yeah, the game flow is everything. Shout out to you, man. Who this is right here? Marana Soup 21. Appreciate you. I like that name. I like soup, right? It helps heal your voice. And it makes your skin clear, believe it or not, when you eat the right type of soup. You know, it makes your skin smooth and everything. But neither here nor there. This is the thing, Cowboy Nation. when we get down there to the money zone, green zone, we need to have a better deal. What we got over here? What's up, David Alexander? He got another post out here. What you got over here? Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for making another donation to help grow the nation. But we got to get this thing going, Cowboy Nation. We must continue to fight. Yes.
Yes, 5X champs too, but we're listening in to the Cowboys knowledge super stud of the Cowboys, the Law Dog. Have a Merry Christmas, y'all. This defense is solid ID.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. It will happen, guys. All we got to do is continue to play our style of football. Right now, Kansas City style of football, let them do that. And then the Saints style of football, let them do that. The Chargers style of football, let them do that. The Steelers style of football, let them do that. Must I continue? The Vikings style of football, let them do that. The Eagles, let them continue to do that. They pulled a rabbit out of the hat, or my guy Jason Witten would say they pulled a rabbit out of their head, but they're still cool. But all we got to do is continue to do what we need to do. Run the rock with Ezekiel Elliott. Take the time of possession, win that battle, eliminate the turnovers, run the rock with Dak Prescott. I know it's not conventional, but we already know the stats favor us when this kid run the ball 7 or more times, or even 5 or more times. He's like pretty much above 500. So if all we got to do, if the guy cannot kill us with his arms, then dog it, kill the teams with his legs. And I promise you, everybody that hate the Dak Prescotts of the world and hate the Dallas Cowboys because he is the quarterback, they will be sitting back into the folds and sitting there saying, man, it may not be a pretty baby to us, but it's our baby. And we're going to take good care of this baby because this baby done got us to the playoff 2 times in 3 years. So all we got to do is put positive forces around him, and just maybe the football gods will make things happen, right? Let's listen into some more information, what they have to say. Appreciate
Dallas,
you guys
I think,
tuning in.
has to play great on defense
They do.
to have a chance to win. That's what puts them in a deficit compared to all the other teams.
Especially if they're relying on turning the ball over. If they're going into a game saying, well, as long as our defense can turn the ball, that is a tough situation to put your offense
100%.
in. Got to take a break.
Yes, indeed. So let's click over to, you guys already know, Skip, and I'll take you guys' questionings out at the end. Raul, appreciate you for tuning in. Cheap R1, thank you for tuning in to the nation. Also, we have Ronald, appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the team on the Periscope. And we have Cheap, Cowboys abroad. We said Cheap, Dak put up 76 NFL touchdowns. He did. He put up, And then also with this too, I think 18 total touchdowns by his legs. So if anybody do the quick math, I know for sure times 7 times 6 minus there's going to be 100 and I want to say 108. What's 18 times 6? Somebody put that down. I think there's 108, right? Quick math. 108 points. You can't discount that. You got to take everything. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You got to take it all. Let me know if my math is correct. Was it 18 times 6? Somebody do the quick math for me. Let me know. And those are points. Those are quick points that we need out there. And everybody want to say to themselves, come on, Law. Come on, man. What are you talking about? A touchdown is a touchdown. It's 108. Yes, shout out to you, Cheap R1. Appreciate it. I think I still got some math skills in my head somewhere, especially being a business administration man.
Last night,
Yeah,
do that.
got him in the corner.
Why do you do that?
He got him in the corner.
All I'm doing is
he got him in a corner, baby. Yes, indeed. So, look. Listen, guys. Since they want to go with antics and they want to go with angles, is Russell Wilson a better quarterback than Drew Brees? I will sit and wait on that. Michael Thomas, do the Seattle Seahawks got anybody named Michael Thomas? Do they have anybody that's in the caliber, that's in the same wheelhouse as of Michael Thomas, right? I will sit and wait. Guys, help me out. Put the name that's in the chat box. Name me the guy that's better than Michael Thomas that played for the Seattle Seahawks right now. And I'll sit and wait. Name me a quarterback that's better than Drew Brees that's on the Seattle Seahawks. I want to talk about that because we were able to corral and chase, although we didn't put up a lot of points, but we were able to do a lot of things out there against, and I mean against, the New Orleans Saints. So I'm ready for this.
Seattle with no Earl Thomas. Done. SHAAAAANNON. Brother PLEEEASE.
Please, brother, please. That's what he said, David Alexander the Great. Appreciate you for making a donation to help grow the nation. Yes, indeed. So thank you so much for that. Hey, it is what it is at this point. All we got to do is do the things that we need to do. Let's see somebody sauce. Boy, Andrew says nobody. Did I see the infamous? I'm talking about the guy that brings the party, Voch Lombardi in the house, man. Appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. Shout out to you. Thank you for being part of the mix, man. Hey, guys, don't forget. Don't hit up my channel. Hit up Voch Lombardi. I'm telling you, he got the film sessions on wax, man. He got this thing all the way truth. Todd Wharton says Doug Baldwin. Yes, I ain't gonna sleep on Doug. He's an angry receiver. Lockett, yes, but let me know, would you rather have Michael Thomas or Doug Baldwin or the Lockett kid? Let me know. Wilson is more athletic though. This is J.R. Rodriguez. Well, let me know right now, J.R. Rodriguez. Would you rather have Drew Brees or Russell Wilson? Let me know. I really want to know. South of Heaven 88 says, I'm just going to do a quick Q&A right now. He says, Jaime is a big fan and a video maker as anyone here and YouTuber on the world, in this world. Yes, South of Heaven 88. Guys, go follow his page. Go follow his content. Appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. It's always a pleasure, always a plus. Jared Griffin, shout out to you, man. That 9 guy, Lenihan, doesn't use right. Yeah. I don't know who's that 9. Ray, what's good, man? Shout out to you. Russell Wilson is far more dangerous than Drew Brees. Okay. We'll see. We will see. We shall soon see who's more dangerous right now with the football. We will see about that. But Russell Wilson, yes, he can roll out of the pocket. He can create space on his own. He can pass the ball. Got a great deep ball. Pass with accuracy. He come from a baseball pedigree. And I think that he got a high level of football IQ. So we will have to keep him contained. We know for sure that he got a small area target-wise. The NFL rulings are designed and built for you not to hit the guy in the helmet or hit him too low. So it's going to be a game that I would say, I guess, if you look at it everywhere, yes, I can think that the maybe our front four would rather, and I mean would rather, attack in the chase. The guy number 9 opposed to Russell Wilson. I would look into that. I'll look into some more film on that. But a lot of people would rather have Brees, though. Right now, if age was not a factor. Thomas and Brees all day. This is from Corey B. Yes, he's saying it right now. I was talking about the tight ends and the wide receivers. Yeah. We have to figure out a way to utilize our tight end and wide receivers a little bit better. But shout out to you. DJ, what's good, man? Shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in to the nation. Really appreciate you, DJ. Thank you. And for those who out there who've been chasing and following and hoping that we can get to the playoff, we in the playoff regardless. For those who've been sticking around with us since 3 and 5, we made it, baby. Say, mama, we made it, boo. Yes, indeed. Let me jump over to the Law Nation 2.0. Shout out to y'all, man. Jay Rodriguez, Corey B. Thank you, Burning Beard. Thank you for being part of the mix. Either way, LVE will eat. Yes, LVE and Jalen Smith. I hope that by them not making it to the actual Pro Bowl, I hope they build some type of fire and desire into their hearts, and so that they can get back out there and be one of that dominant force that we all know as it relates to the linebacking core, those duos, and they can just go like this. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Cowboy Nation, we got to get this thing going, baby. You guys know how this thing locked, loaded, and rolling. We got to get this thing going one way or another. You guys know how this go, right? Thing go. You know what I'm finna play. Y'all already know. For those who've been following the channel for a minute, you already know. Steven Rodriguez already know. John, Calvin, he already know. Yeah. Yes, indeed. He already know what's been happening right now. Yes. Get up. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's ride with it. Let's roll with it, baby. Let's get this thing going one way or another. Let's get it. Let's go. Yeah. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the nation. That's been all the time that I have to exhibit to you guys today. I really appreciate those who made the donation to help grow the nation. April Stanton, appreciate you for tuning in to this thing. I really appreciate you all. Shout out to Voch Lombardi. Shout out to Big Game James, Silver and Blue Nation. Shout out to Barry. Shout out to my guy David Alexander the Great. Shout out to Mark Holmes and Joe Boo and West Coast Cowboys and John Davis and whoever, Dana Jet, everybody that's in this thing. We got to stay focused. We got to continue to be this thing, and it will happen one way or another. This hat is cool for right now, but I want some hardware. I want some stuff that don't rust when the raindrops hit it. I'm talking about that thing that don't have expiration dates on it. I'm trying to keep up with the Steelers. There you go.
Focus on our house.
Yes.
This is Sparta. AAU, AAAU, wolf face, wolf face, wolf face.
Yes, indeed. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's roll with this thing. Y'all hear him? Let's go. Yes. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's roll with this thing. Let's grow. Y'all see what's on my hat? Y'all see this thing. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let me see them flames. Let me see that fire emoji. This victory. This victory. Victory, 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 victory Monday. We had so many victory Mondays, we took one Monday off. And now we back into this mix, and now we trying to get this another victory going around. We're going to make this victory contagious. We're going to make this thing so fire. We're going to make this thing so hot that when we talking about this hot boys, when we talking about this Cowboys Nation, let's grow this thing. Let's grow this thing. Let's continue to dominate. We got this Cowboy Nation. All we got to do is continue to keep our minds together. I always say this, when you're up against the struggles, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fall, you may conquer. See it through. Even hope may seem but futile, then with trouble may be beset. Remember, just remember, you facing what other legends have met. And I'm talking about like the Drew Pearsons of the world, the Roger Staubachs of the world, the Michael Irvins, the Troy Aikmans, the Jay Novaceks. Let's keep that in check. The reality of the things. Yes, we facing what they met, right? And we can do the same. Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Boy, y'all don't want to see me when we get to Super Bowl. God. Woo!
Let's go. Stomp on the Giants' throats. Ezekiel chapter 25:17.
Yes. Ezekiel, yes. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. We're out. Peace.